me with important information and leads. The staff at the Brown University Archives, especially archivist Martha Mitchell and Gail Lynch, was extremely knowledgeable and efficient. Martha Mitchell went beyond mere courtesy in making my research at Brown both enjoyable and profitable. Pollard's children, Leslie Keeling, Eleanor Towns, and Fritz Pollard, Jr., kindly granted interviews and patiently answered follow-up questions. Fritz Pollard III also took time from a busy schedule to talk with me about his grandfather. Andrew Booney was helpful in explaining the importance of Narragansett Pier as a networking system for young black students. Wardwell Leonard and Watson Smith, Brown graduates of the class of 1918 and 1919 respectively, were generous in sharing their memories of Brown in that era. I would also like to thank archivist Kenneth C. Kramer of the Dartmouth College Library, as well as the staffs at the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture and the Rockefeller Family Archives, for providing useful information. Archie Motley of the Chicago Historical Society took a personal interest in the project and aided my research considerably. Bob Carroll of the Professional Football Researchers Association proved to me that he is one of the best informed people in the country on the subject of professional football. He provided me with materials, answered numerous questions, and saved me from a number of errors in interpretation and fact. Pierce Johnson of the Providence Steamroller Organization, an eyewitness of the early pro game, was encouraging and provided important insights about Pollard. Joe Horrigan of the Pro Football Hall of Fame was generous in sending me materials and giving me the benefit of his knowledge on early pro football. H.N. Young was helpful in telling me what he knew about Pollard's years in Hammond, Indiana. Concerning Pollard's seasons in the coal region, I am indebted to Bill O'Brien and John Sullivan for welcoming me to Shenandoah and Mahanoy City and providing many insights on coal region football. Joe Zagorski also sent along some important information on Pollard in the coal region. I would also like to thank Dale Wright for putting me in contact with people who knew Pollard in New York during the 1930s and 1940s. I am grateful to St. Clair T-Bourne Sr., Joseph Mahood, Pat Patterson, Major Robinson, James E. Booker Sr., Mabel Abrams, Mary Jennings, and Evelyn Cunningham for granting interviews. The staff of the Lamar University Library was helpful in providing research assistance, especially Mary Frances Sherwood, Juanita Weisel, Linda Dietert, Helen Dupre, Sharon Kelly, Norman Jones, Corinne Freeland, and Mark Asteris. Lamar History Department Secretaries Dee Sherrill and Randy Landry and their staffs were helpful with typing and photocopying. Graduate students Burton Middleton and Joseph Poole ably assisted me in microfilm research. Dean John Edu and my department chair Adrian Anderson were encouraging and helped to expedite my research and writing. My colleague Joanne Stiles generously provided some research assistance at the Library of Congress. I would also like to thank Lamar University for awarding me a faculty development leave, a research mini-grant, and an organized research grant which facilitated research and writing. William J. Baker, Gerald Gems, David Wiggins, Randy Roberts, and Benjamin Rader read some or all of the draft chapters and saved me from many factual or interpretational errors. Lawrence J. Malley has been most supportive throughout the project, as has Richard Wentworth. Ray and Nancy Carroll were hospitable in providing room, board, and encouragement during 2 summers of research in Rhode Island. Most of all, I cannot express enough gratitude to my wife Charlotte for skillfully assisting in conducting a number of oral interviews, as well as for her love, patience, and support. Prologue: A Genuine Unknown Hero. The temperature was in the mid-50s, and there was a threat of rain as nearly 40,000 fans began to file into the newly refurbished Yankee Stadium on the evening of September 23, 1978.